Please, public comment first is Larry Goodgame.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Larry Goodgame out of Melbourne County Road 111. We are having some major problems with those truckers on that road. They're parking about 6 trailers on the right of way at night. Also, they're pulling mud into the road. We have called the sheriff department and the state department. We haven't got anything done. They they don't have any signs up saying the truck is on the road. The other issue is the road itself. That road is in worse shape than it was before those people called themselves resurfacing. We can't even keep our cars clean. That road is in bad shape. That was a waste of taxpayers' money. We will appreciate that anything this governing body can do concerning these issues, that they will act on. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't comment on that. Mr. Goodgame, is Tad in the building tonight?
I haven't seen.
Okay. We are looking into that, problem already. At our last meeting, someone did come in about County Road 111 and Tad is on that. He have stated that they will go back out as far as the road. It's not looking appeasing or appealing to the community or to anyone that's riding on that road. But what we're doing is by the spring, we will revisit that area because of the temperature. They can't come out and do anything as far as like correcting that road right now, but we do know that we will be fixed. But I'll have more information by giving a call if I talk with Tad. And it is important that we make sure that there's no mud on the road. I did go out there and I did talk with you on that day about the mud. Tad did come out. He did put gravel in that area in order to try to help out with the mud that's coming back onto the road. But if there's been any other problems since you and I spoke, I will be on that, but I will get back with you on that.
Those trailers inside that road is very dangerous, at night especially.
Okay. We are checking into that though. I will let you know, and I will give you a call in the morning to let you know what about it.
We deal with that all over the county. I had the same problem I did, and just last week, so. Thank you.
Mr. Goodgame, I'd like to say on behalf of the sheriff's office, I'll have the deputy go out there and check that as well. I was out there the other day and I didn't see the trucks parked too close to the roadway, but that road, maybe that's not like that today. But I'll have somebody go out there and check everybody as well, and just appreciate you letting us know. And I'll give you my number at the end of the meeting, and if you're still here, and you just give me a call directly, and I'll be right in to help you, okay? All right, thank you.
All right, Stephen Lowry's not here. He called and said he's very sick, so he's not here tonight. So we'll move on to election, official comments. Sheriff, Judge Dean, any other elected official here?
May I ask a question, Mr. Chairman? You've opened the floor before for public questions or comments before the meeting started. Are you not doing that any longer?
That's on.
We're going by the agenda. It's like
It was not on the agenda the other two times that you did that.
The public comment.
Yes.
It's been on a different time since I've been here.
Okay. Well, I'll find the minutes or the notes and get with you and show you where that has happened before.
I've never seen it not on here.
Okay. I'll find it and bring it to your attention.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to say I have a copy of the December 14, 2021 regular county commission meeting held at 9:30 a.m. This agenda starts with the welcome, public comments, and I think on that particular Tuesday, which was our last regular commission meeting day, we had Kevin Adair, Salida Heath, Tate Road, Wade Brown, and Reverend Demetrius Griffin. And I think there were maybe, only two that were present, which is actually Kevin Adair and Reverend Demetrius Griffin, who I think Commissioner McElrath alluded to, spoke on the condition of 111. So we did have public comment and it was on the agenda.
No, I'm talking about prior to that meeting, when we had some of the meetings up here talking about the ambulance service, the floor was opened to us to ask questions. And it was not by name on the agenda. And that has happened twice in the last several months.
The way it is, if you're not on the agenda, you're not allowed.
I understand that. That is how it used to be. And then we did have a couple of meetings where it was opened for questions.
Okay, we're moving on. All right, I call the meeting over and ask for a commission roll call.
Chairman Commissioner Dunham,
Here.
Vice Chair Commissioner McElrath, here. Commissioner Kelly,
Here.
Commissioner Joyner,
Here.
and Commissioner Daughtry.
Here.
All right, let's stand for the invocation and the pledge, please. Mr. Kelly, if you want, please.
Everyone, please bow your heads. Our most heavenly Father, we come once again thanking you for your blessings. We thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for this county commission meeting that is being held today. We ask that you place every mind and heart in the right disposition to take care of the business of this county. Lord, we ask special blessing upon the President of these United States, all national, state, and local officials, Lord. Most of all, we ask special blessing upon those men and women serving in our armed forces, protecting the very rights and freedoms that we enjoy. We also ask that you protect and bless those first responders, those people responding at the local level, helping to keep us safe from all of that we encounter. Lord, we ask special blessing in your darling Son, Jesus Christ's name, and everyone said, Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before we approve the agenda, I'd like to strike item number 2. And the reason being is I've had a lot of opposition people suggesting that, so we'll continue on with what we're doing right now. So I'm withdrawing my item number 2.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion with the amendment to withdraw item number 2 under new business.
I have some motion. All right, I got a motion.
I made a
Second.
motion, I second.
All in favor, say aye. Now it's time for me, John. All right, I'm gonna make a motion to add to the agenda about the, meeting, commissioner meeting. I'm gonna make a motion to move the second Tuesday morning meeting to 6 p.m.
You need to make a motion to amend first and get a vote.
All right,
Wait a minute, John. I mean, we basically approved the agenda with the actual amendment proposed by Commissioner Joyner. And then basically Commissioner Joyner seconded that. He called for a vote. We approved that. Now, we either gonna have to wait till we get down to the end of the meeting and add it by unanimous vote, which is adding a new item to the agenda because we had already approved the agenda, John.
I may have misheard, but I thought there was a motion to remove item number 2.
Yeah, that was made.
And that was seconded, and it was voted in favor of the removal.
No. He wanted to remove item number 2 before we basically made a motion to approve the agenda. I came back and made the motion to approve the agenda with the striking of his item number 2. We had not approved the agenda.
Correct.
And then he seconded it and he called for the vote and we approved it. Approved the agenda.
How can you approve the agenda at the same time that you're voting on this amendment, on the striking 2?
You can't even take up that item if we hadn't approved the agenda.
Commissioner Kelly,
I don't think we've approved the agenda. We voted on removing Ronnie, but we've not approved the agenda yet.
I don't think that.
That was my motion.
Did you record a vote approving the agenda?
Go back and check my motion, John.
Unzel made a motion to approve what Ronnie said.
No, I made a motion
Made a
to
motion
approve the
to-
agenda, striking
Motion to strike
item
this
number
from
2
number
from
2.
new business.
Yeah,
That was strike this from the agenda.
I said, my motion said to approve the agenda with taking and striking the item number 2 from the new business. That said approve the agenda. So that approved the whole agenda. That's what I said. And it was seconded by Ronnie. And he called for the vote. And we approved it. We approved the agenda with deleting item number 2.
So we went to the
If you
agenda.
did, if you went through the process of Ronnie making the motion to remove item number 2, did it get a second?
He didn't make a motion, John. He just said, he made a comment. He said, with all the calls that I've gotten, people against this, I want to take this off the, And at that time, we were at the item of approving the agenda.
That's fine.
That
If
is our time.
he did not make that motion, and you made the motion and it had a second, and all were in favor, then the agenda is approved. You can add to it, as Commissioner Kelly said, at the end of your old business by making a motion to add, getting a second, and then getting a unanimous approval if you add an item.
Okay, so I do that after old business.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on then. First on the agenda is approval for Kevin Adair's application for ABC Board on Bell's Land.
You skipped your reading.
Oh, I do that every time, y'all, I'm sorry. We, that motion would dispense the reading of minutes.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman, before a motion is made. I know at our December the 14th meeting, we were given minutes from the November 9th meeting, I believe it was, which I think we read in the Thursday night meeting and actually approved. And I think we're also given the minutes from the November the 23rd meeting, that actual date. And I think that is where I asked the commission if we could table the reading and the approval of the November the 23rd, 2021 minutes, which at that time, the commission did approve tabling those minutes. But my question is to the administrator, what date did I state for the actual approval of these particular minutes? Did I state tonight's meeting, or did I state January, the meeting in January?
to sign them,
To approve these,
January 11th.
January 11th, okay. All right. So that answers my question. Thank you.
Okay, well, I've asked for a motion to dispense the reading of minutes. Do I have one?
Mr. Chairman, I don't know if we have the minutes from the last meeting, basically dispense with the reading of. And given what we had occur, and basically at one of these night meetings where we were asked not to just dispense with the reading of the minutes, but for us to read through those minutes and make sure they're accurate before we, dispense with the reading so that we can approve them. I think we probably would be in order if you don't get a motion, just moving from that agenda item to the next, because we don't have the December 14th, 2021 meeting minutes. Do you have them?
I have,
Yeah, you want to read them?
you want to read it? I got it for December 14th.
All right.
Kelly. December 14, 2021 was a 9:30 a.m. meeting. The Coosa County Commission was called to order and met at the Coosa County Courthouse December 14, 2021 for its regular meeting with Chairman Randall Dunham presiding. Commission roll call. Here was Chairman Randall Dunham, Vice Chair Bertha McElrath, Commissioner Unzel Kelly, Commissioner Ronnie Joyner, and Commissioner Lamar Daltrey. Invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. The invocation was given by Reverend Jeff Fuller. Pledge of Allegiance was said by all in attendance. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly to approve the agenda, seconded by Commissioner Lamar Daltrey, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly to table the reading of the minutes of November 23rd, 2021 until January 11th, 2022, seconded by Bertha McElrath. Commissioner Ronnie Joyner opposed, but the motion was approved. Consent agenda, it was motioned by Commissioner Randall Dunham to approve for the chairman, vice chair, and administrator to authorize to issue and to sign checks for payment of monthly expenses and payroll, seconded by Bertha McElrath, unanimously approved. Motion to approve changes in employees' job descriptions, salary, work hours, status, including budget, approved raises, was unanimously approved. New business. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval to join the IAC program and adopt the maintenance and support membership agreement for ARPA funds. The deadline is December the 17th, seconded by Commissioner Lamar Daltrey, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly to withdraw the approval of the 6 mil ad valorem tax resolution, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Randall Dunham to table the approval for appropriation of funds for the Palmer Place until we receive a letter, seconded by Commissioner Unzel Kelly and unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Randall Dunham, the approval to hire 2 part-time litter abatement officers, seconded by Commissioner Ronnie Joyner, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval for appropriation of approximately $1,500 for professional installation by Haynes Electrical of 8 car cameras in the deputies' cars, seconded by Commissioner Randall Dunham, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval for remainder of body cam and in-car camera systems money, approximately $22,000 for mobile data terminals that will sync to the camera system. It is in their cars. It's seconded by Commissioner Ronnie Joyner, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval for Chairman Dunham to sign all Alabama Graphite Amendment documents, Economic Development Alliance, seconded by Commissioner Ronnie Joyner, unanimously approved. Discuss the CDBG grant with Nasia Corbett from East Alabama Regional Planning. She will meet with the subrecipients on January 11th, 2022 after the commission meeting. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval for appropriation of $23,000 to Goodwater EMS for medical equipment on the ambulance, seconded by Commissioner Bertha Kelly McElrath. The vote was counted by a show of hands. Commissioner Unzel Kelly, Commissioner Bertha McElrath, and Commissioner Lamar Daltrey voted to approve. Commissioner Randall Dunham abstained. Commissioner Ronnie Joyner voted no. The motion carried. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly, the approval for maintenance manager to get an estimated price to replace flooring and the partition entry into the BOE building. It was seconded by Commissioner Bertha McElrath, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Unzel Kelly to add to the agenda redistricting preliminary plan, seconded by Commissioner Randall Dunham, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Randall Dunham to table the redistricting preliminary plan proposal, seconded by Commissioner Ronnie Joyner, unanimously approved. Old business was motioned by Commissioner Ronnie Joyner to table to proceed with the bid of the roof for DHR BOE if the state DHR has agreed to specifications. CRS claims adjuster will take photos of the building next week. It was seconded by Commissioner Randall Dunham, unanimously approved. Motion by Commissioner Bertha McElrath to adjourn, seconded by Commissioner Randall Dunham, unanimously approved.
right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as
Do I have
well.
a second?
I'll second.
All in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. All right, then the awards and presentations. Anybody have anything? Any commissioners? Okay, if not, we'll move to the first item on new business. Approval of Kevin Adair's application to the ABC Board for Bales Lounge located on Highway 280 East. Whose district is that?
That happens to be in my district.
Yours, okay.
District 2, and, I was about to ask, Mr. Adair for his business plan. I don't know if the rest of the commissioners, do y'all have a copy of this? Y'all did? Do you want me to go ahead and read this aloud, let the public know what
Would-
he's asking
would you
for?
please?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
happy to. I was about to ask him, did he have a business plan, and he did just provide me with this when I got here, so I'll go ahead and read what he's requesting. The name of the lounge is Bell's Lounge, and the entry fee will be $15, and all law enforcement will be free. We will have 4 security guards with wands, and everybody will be checked with one prior to entry. There will be an enforced dress code, no sagging pants. Everyone must sign a waiver before entry. All employees will have walkie-talkie for communication. We'll have security cameras inside and outside. We will have 2 Uber available. We will be installing walk-through metal detectors in the future. There will be 4 pool tables, 4 dartboards, 2 sets of cornhole, 2 sets of beer pong, and a mechanical board. We will be accepting cash only, so we will have an ATM machine available. Outside patio will be available. No weapons of any kind will be allowed on the premises. No drugs of any kind will be allowed on the premises. And on the second page, he does have his weekly schedule. He has his opening and closing hours, Sunday through Saturday. That's what I'm showing. When it comes to asking for any facility to be open where alcohol is involved, we know safety is first. So what I'm gonna do, have you checked with the community, everybody in the area, to see if they are opposing, if they want this, or do you have a petition of several people who are requesting that it's okay to be there, or do you have written petition where people have signed saying they want this in this area? I mean, did y'all have it?
I didn't get it.
You don't have it? I'm gonna ask for call on our sheriff, if he would, if you have any type of report or anything you wanna add to this report, because as a commission, it's not just my vote alone, it will be all the commission that have to weigh in on this matter, so I'm gonna ask Sheriff Powell, do we have any knowledge of anything happening in that area in the past?
That's prior to me becoming sheriff, and Sheriff Wilson's here, so he might be able to.
I thought maybe you had a report from him.
I think this is an issue that probably needs to be tabled. I talked with Mr. Adair after the last commission meeting, and I talked to him, and forgive me, I can't remember the lady's name that's with him. And I asked for a security proposal, because that's my first and foremost concern, is the safety of the people that visit that facility. And so I asked for a security proposal for him to get to me within the week, and he handed me his paper this evening, and I just feel like it's something that needs to be tabled, looked at a little bit more than just approving this application. He did provide an application where I thought he had already received his license through the ABC board. So I told him that it may be a stretch trying to get this before January. He wanted to open it up January 1st. I know there have been issues in every lounge in the county prior to the office. I know we've had several murders that took place in lounges in this county. And, so looking at it from a standpoint of safety, that would be my biggest concern, is the safety for the people, that live around that area, as well as the people that want to visit that facility. But it's up to the commission to vote on it. I really thought it was in Lamar's, Commissioner Doctor's, district. However, I told you this in here, and, I think we need a little bit of time to do a little more looking into it.
Okay, sorry. Kevin, what I normally do for my district, when we have something of interest like this, I normally would have a town hall meeting and let the people weigh in on, how they feel about it, and pretty much we'll get them involved. So I am going to table this and probably give me a little time to do a town hall meeting. I can't tell you it'll be next, the first, next month, considering that COVID is here. So I'll need that time just to have a town hall meeting to see what the minds of the people are in that area. That's gonna be the best thing because of safety. I need to know what everybody's thinking. And if I have that town hall meeting, you're gonna have people there that's probably gonna oppose, you're gonna have people that's for it. So your job is to really get as many people as you can, and it's gonna be people that's gonna show up that's not gonna want it. So I'm gonna weigh in, and, the decision will come from that way. And the commission is still, the commission has the last say so, but there again, it's still gonna have to be weighed in. So we will table it, I can't say it'll be at our next, commission meeting, cause that wouldn't give me enough time to do a town hall meeting. I do have your contact information, and I can get with you there and then let you know where that town hall meeting will be held. I'll try to have one on both ends, maybe in the Mount Olive area and probably in the Goodwater area, and see what everybody's saying, so I can get back with you on that. Does anybody on the commission have anything else they wanna add?
I just wanna say it came to me, and I don't feel like, we can't judge this business and Mr. A there by things that happen throughout the county. He didn't have anything to do with that. I agree with Taylor. I agree with that 100%.
Let me say something, too. I don't see how much more he can do for security. Now,
That's what I was thinking.
maybe more warm about this than I do, and I'm sure they do, but looks like he listed everything you could do.
That's what I
You
thought.
can't tell what people are gonna do, though. That's all I got to say about that.
But like I say, we can't judge his business based on things that's happened otherwise. So,
And at the end of the day, it's not my decision alone. I give the opportunity as representing District 2, everybody has a say so, so I leave the floor open for, other comments also. We can't just go by what,
But we do leave it up to the commissioner you're in her district, so it's whatever, like Ralph said, it's,
Look, you need to do a motion and a second.
you put that table in form of.
Okay, can I get a motion that we table, the approval of Mr. Adair's application for the ABC Board of Vail Lounge that's located on Highway 280 to be, tabled probably at our second commission. Well, I don't know if we're gonna have one just table.
You can just take.
Okay, well, I'll just
Yeah,
table it
next.
until the next meeting.
I make a motion to table.
Okay, can I?
Have a second.
You second? You second?
Yeah.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye. Yes, it's all right. Did I have eyes in there? I can't hear you guys.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Yes. Motion passed. All right, next on the agenda is the approval of amending funeral leave policy. Administrator Amy.
The only thing on the funeral leave, there was just a couple of vague lines that was brought to light this past week when someone needed some funeral leave. So the only thing that was changed, you can see in your copy what was marked out. You still will get, funeral leave it's always given upon the supervisor's approval. But you get up to 5 consecutive working days for a parent, spouse, child, stepchild, legal guardian, step-parent. That's stayed the same. Up to 3 consecutive working days for mother-in-law, father-in-law, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, siblings, half-siblings, step-siblings, and grandchild. That stayed the same. The next one is the strike-through. Just more or less for clarification, you will get 1 day for your grandparent, brother, sister-in-law, first generation, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew. If the funeral occurs on the weekend, the employee may take the Friday before or the Monday after the funeral. Okay. The only other thing that I questioned, 8 hours annually may be used for a non-related funeral. That was, just needed some more clarification of that. And then, of course, bring supporting documentation, for the obituary. And then, with some of these leaves, you know, some people have travel days and need more than 1 day. That will be at the supervisor's discretion. If they've got that time, they can take that leave, you know, as sick or vacation. But they still would only receive 1 day paid, you know, from the county. And that's it.
Okay. All right, with that said, do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve. Administrative health.
Do I have a second?
I'll say that. Wait a minute, Mr. Chairman. I want to be clear on the motion that's being made. Because, I mean, even though Commissioner Joyner made the motion, he didn't state the funeral leave. And I think it's very important that, you know, that be stated in the motion.
I'll make a
For
motion
minutes.
that we approve the funeral leave.
Okay.
We all knew what we were talking about.
Well, when we make motions, Commissioner Joyner, we need to be clear on that motion because that motion then overrides what's written on this agenda here.
Okay, I got a
Words
motion, I have a
mean
second.
something.
Wait a minute. Wait a second.
Laura second, all in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Now then, the old business. Approval to proceed with bid for the roof on the HR Board of Education building. CRS claims adjuster has completed an assessment, however, he has not sent results.
I talked to the adjuster today, and it is going through the appraisal report. It wasn't ready to be submitted today for your approval, so he said he would get that to me as soon as he could. He's already did his assessment, taking the pictures from the inside and outside.
Okay, any comments?
I'll make a motion we table. DHR roof.
I'll second, all in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now I want to add to the agenda under old business. The county commission meeting, 9:30, second Tuesday morning meeting, be moved to 6:30 Tuesday night on the second Tuesday. And the fourth Tuesday meeting be resolved. Do it 6:30. I made the motion, do I have a second to add?
I have a question.
Yes.
That last part of your motion, did you say resolve or absolve?
Resolved. Do away with it, in other words. One meeting's enough for this commission a month. I've been here 20 years, and I know what it is. It works. 2 meetings works. This girl, the girl's in our office. She's here after hours, and on Sundays. So, that's my
Let me just say, since we have in discussion before, you know, the vote is taken, Mr. Chairman, I've been down here longer than anyone. And all I ever heard from individuals is that a 9:30 a.m. meeting doesn't allow them to come to that meeting. But we do know that at 9:30 a.m., the majority of the business that's taken care of by the county, that meeting is important, as well as a meeting which allows the public to come to the commission meeting. I don't think that the office is overworked by having the 2 meetings. So, I mean, I would like to ask the county administrator, you know, are y'all overworked by having the second meeting at 6:30 p.m.? Thank you. I mean, I think basically, given the last couple of months in which we had important issues where we were having, before we set this 6:30 p.m. meeting, we were having additional 2 or 3 emergency call meetings in which our administrator was having to set agendas, was having to advertise and get this information out so that we could be compliant with the open meetings law. And with commissioners having to rearrange their schedule to try and make those emergency call meetings when those actual items could have been, or as is being done now, come up under that second meeting on the fourth Tuesday, which really gives them a reprieve from having to do all that additional administrative work. They know, we know that we have a second meeting date at 6:30 p.m. So any issue that's of an emergency nature or any issue that we don't resolve, we know that we have that second meeting date in which we can take that issue up and try and take some action to resolve that issue. I think it's worked fine. I think it gives those who need to conduct business during normal business hours, like some of the vendors and the companies that we deal with, the opportunity to come and handle their business at our regular scheduled commission meeting at 9:30 a.m., but also the second commission meeting on the fourth Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. gives individuals who work in 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or 6 to 6 an opportunity to get off work, come here and see what is going on rather than just having to read about it in the paper or rely on individuals communicating that information through hearsay. And sometimes, when you get secondhand information, it's not always correct. So this gives individuals an opportunity to come here and see for themselves.
Why couldn't they come on the second Tuesday night,
What was that?
Why can't they come on the second Tuesday night and get their information?
I think, well, we work here. We get paid. What's an extra meeting day for us to have to let people come in and participate in their local government?
They're here right now.
That's what I'm saying. And we need to have one in the morning too.
Well, in the mornings, there may be 2 or 3 in there.
That gives us opportunity to take care of
Well, I can
that.
see now it's not gonna be added to the agenda. I can see that, so I'll withdraw it right now. I'll withdraw it right now, but put it first thing on next meeting.
You don't have to, you can call for the motion. As I said before, I'm gonna vote to put it on the agenda. Now, how individuals vote, I can't control that. That's on
We gotta have a majority vote. You gonna vote it down on them?
No, I'm gonna add it to the agenda. It has to get on the agenda, right?
All right,
And that
add it.
takes a unanimous
Add
vote.
it.
Then after that, it
Add it
takes
and
a
vote it
unanimous
down on
vote.
them.
It takes a majority vote to pass it.
Add it and vote it down.
No, you're the one that brought it up. You called for the motion.
Is it, John, is it majority or unanimous?
Unanimous.
Right now, let me make sure I
It's
got
got to be
it.
unanimous.
Yeah,
So we're gonna vote it down.
to add.
Well, for the motion,
All right, do I have a motion to add that to the agenda?
I make a motion to add the meeting to the agenda, of changing the meeting to the nights to the agenda.
Let me help y'all out.
And I second that.
What he said so that we have a.
I second that. Now, I'm asking for a vote. All in
I'm
favor of
making a
saying
motion
yes?
that we move.
This discussion is ended once there's a motion and a second.
I need to understand what the motion is first before I go. I didn't even
The
understand.
motion is
Yeah,
to change the meeting till Tuesday night, the second Tuesday
And do
night.
away with the fourth Tuesday meeting.
Hey, if possible, let's let the administrator read the motion to add to the agenda.
Please.
They stated to add to the agenda that the morning commission meeting on 9:30 a.m. be changed to the second Tuesday evening on 6:30 and then absolve the fourth Tuesday night meeting.
And the morning meeting.
Yeah, and that's right here, to discontinue that, so.
That's what it is.
And that's a motion to add this to your agenda that's got a second.
But he was making a motion, and none of that was stated in that motion.
I have a motion, I have a second. I'll second it. All in favor of saying
You made the motion.
No, right.
No,
Oh, I'm
That's why I
sorry,
asked for what you stated.
Ronnie made the motion, Randall second.
and I'm asking for a vote. All in favor of saying aye. Aye.
That's to add it to the agenda.
Was that unanimous,
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's added to the agenda. Now I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve.
I'm ready to this, Mr. Chair.
You what?
I'm ready to this. You called for the motion, I said I'm ready to this. And so I'm gonna state my readiness. Once again, I go back to the discussion that I had. I think the meeting at 9:30 a.m., which we've had for the 23 years that I've been down here, has been working. I think the second meeting day on the fourth Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. is working. If you look in this room, people are attending. That gives us two opportunities to execute the business of this county without having to do all of these emergency call meetings and stuff to handle a variety of things. And I think that does make it easier on our commission staff, as our county administrator said. They're not overworked.
Okay, Uncle, we're gonna do all of that. Motion failed.
Did you ask for a second?
Well, it's gonna fail. All right, I'm asking for a vote.
For a second. Had somebody seconded the approval? You gotta,
I'll second the approval.
you must, make,
Right?
you make.
Okay, I made the motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I second it.
All in favor saying aye. Aye.
Let's do a roll call. Okay, Chairman Duncan,
Aye.
Vice Chair Michael Rabbit,
No, it was just like the same.
okay. Commissioner Kelly,
No.
okay, Commissioner Joyner,
Aye.
Commissioner Doctor.
I'm gonna abstain from it, till they get together and decide what works best for everybody.
It dies for the lack of a majority.
Uncle, are you chairman?
No.
Huh?
You
Trying to
paid,
help you out.
didn't say.
So obviously,
It failed from a lack of a majority vote.
So there's no majority.
Put it on the,
Yeah.
thing on the.
Yeah, it failed.
Okay.
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 Staff report, administrator, Johnson.
No.
UMA,
Yeah, just to let everybody know that we're expecting around the bad, severe weather. The timing that they say is anywhere from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Thursday morning. And then another round, beginning 6 a.m. till around noon. And then they're also expecting another round Saturday night and Sunday morning. They don't have timing for that yet, so everybody be weather aware. Just because it's supposed to be winter time and December, that don't mean that a tornado won't hit. That's all.
thank you, Sheriff. Sheriff, can you give us the status on the grant application for them?
The grant application is almost complete. I didn't have it ready in time enough to give it to John Kelly to review it before I presented it to the commission. You'll have the grant application to review and approve. The next commission meeting, I believe, is on the 11th.
Thank you. Now we're down to the engineer, he's not here. Any discussion out about it?
let me just say, because I have some of the same issues in my district that Commissioner McElrath have with the work being done by the contractors. We operate under the unit system here in Coosa County, and what that means is that the county engineer is the chief technical expert that approves everything that's done when it comes to road work. Now, he reports to all 5 commissioners, but that's via contract. But under the unit system, if there's an issue, I just ask the public to contact the highway department. That number is 256-377-2261, and report your issues. The admin up there, she does a good job of documenting when individuals call and report any issues that you may have on a county road. whether it's with that road, whether it's drainage, whether it's with logging. And I will say that this commission in the past has been an advocate to basically put in place a permitting system for loggers. Basically, we have one that worked, but there was legislation passed at the state level that overrode our logging permit policy we had here. But we still have a logging permit inspector that the county engineer can send out to address those issues. As stated, we have them all over the county, but when you report those issues, the county engineer can get that logging inspector out to basically hold those individuals accountable. And actually, it's not the person with the outfit that's actually cutting the logs that's responsible. It is the timber buyer that is responsible for the destruction and the maintenance of the entrance, the egress and ingress from their logging ground onto a county road. And there are some things under the law that they're supposed to comply with and do prior to starting their logging operation. But it is the timber buyer who is responsible for obtaining that permit, not the men and some women who are out there working hard, logging pulpwood and trying to make a living. But we do have a logging permit inspector who goes around and inspects those sites. And if they are not compliant and if they don't have their permit advertised at the entrance to that logging permit operation, then they are in violation of the law. And he can ask them to cease and desist. Then at that point in time, if they continue, then you can call the sheriff, who then can come out and enforce the law at that point. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Those are my comments.
Any more discussion item? I'm gonna make a statement myself. I've had some, information put out on Facebook, on me with, wrong phone numbers and, the wrong email address, and I would rather not have that put out on Facebook. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion with you.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned.
Explain to him where that information came from. I will.
We got people like that, that can't even, this is